Assalamu alaikum, welcome back to Modern Study Pro. In today's video, we are going to explain Chapter 2 of Pakistan Studies, which is recreation sports. Let's start the video.
Hey everyone! Today we're talking about something that's really the heartbeat of Pakistani culture, sports and recreation. We're going to explore how something as simple as a family picnic or a nail-biting cricket match does so much more than just entertain. It literally shapes the fabric of society. So here's our game plan for this explainer. We'll kick things off with the power of play itself, then we'll get into all the benefits. After that, we'll look at the differences between rural and urban life, dive into some amazing traditional games, and wrap up with the sports that make the nation swell with pride. All right, first up, let's get into the power of play. Before we even talk about specific games, it's so important to understand why we even have downtime and what it's really doing for us. Seriously, just think about it for a second. You know that amazing feeling of relief and just pure happiness after kicking a ball around or sharing a meal outside with your family? Well, there's a really powerful reason for that, and it's absolutely central to our well-being, physically, mentally, and socially. So what do we actually mean by leisure activities? Well, it's pretty simple. They're the things we choose to do in our free time just for the fun of it. And in Pakistan, that covers a huge range of things, from lively family dinners and community get-togethers to intense sports matches and colorful cultural festivals. Okay, so now that we've got a handle on what leisure is, let's unpack its incredible benefits. Because let me tell you, it's about so much more than just having a good time. These activities really give us 4 major boosts. First, the obvious one, physical health. Whether it's hiking in the mountains or a game of street cricket, it gets you moving. Mentally, it's a huge stress buster, releasing those feel-good endorphins. Socially, it's what pulls our communities together, building trust and that all-important sense of belonging. And finally, it's vital for our culture, for passing down our heritage from one generation to the next. Now let's see how all this actually plays out in different places. Because in Pakistan, where you live, has a massive impact on how you kick back and have fun. This slide shows the contrast so well. Out in the rural areas, you've got the amazing Chopal culture. That's where village elders gather to share stories and wisdom. It's a world of traditional crafts and local games. But in the cities, leisure looks pretty different. We're talking about hitting up vibrant food streets, battling it out in esports tournaments, or packing up for a trip to the northern valleys. And the scale of modern leisure? It's just staggering. I mean, look at this number. 3.8 trillion rupees. That's what local tourists spent in just 1 year. This shows you that recreation isn't just a cultural thing, it's a massive economic engine, especially for people in the cities exploring the country's incredible beauty. Okay, let's take a little journey back in time now and check out some of Pakistan's amazing traditional games. These aren't just sports, They are living, breathing history woven right into the culture of each region. And this slide gives us just a taste of that incredible diversity. You've got Kabaddi, this super high-energy team sport that's like a crazy mix of wrestling and tag. Then there's Kushti, or Palwani, the legendary style of wrestling that made places like Gujranwala famous as the city of Palwans. And from Sindh, you have Malakra, a totally unique wrestling style that uses a cloth belt for grip. Every one of these sports tells its own fantastic story. All right, so from the village grounds, let's head to the world stage. It's time to talk about the sports that have united the entire nation and brought it so much pride. So first, we have to talk about the national game, hockey. Pakistan's golden era from the 60s to the 90s was just unbelievable, with the team grabbing multiple World Cups and Olympic golds. And who could ever forget the era of squash, when Pakistanis like the absolute legends Jahangir Khan and Jamshed Khan just completely owned the sport. Their names were known all over the globe. But there is one sport that is on a whole other level in Pakistan, and that, of course, is cricket. It's so much more than a game. It's the nation's obsession. It's truly the social glue that brings everyone together, from the crowded streets of Karachi to the most remote villages up north. This timeline just touches on some of cricket's biggest moments. That 1992 World Cup win, with the one and only Imran Khan leading the charge, that was a moment of pure magic. And people still talk about it like it was yesterday. But the story keeps going, With the incredible rise of women's cricket and inspiring trailblazers like Sana Mir, who've kicked the door open for a whole new generation of female athletes. So what's the big takeaway here?
Well, it really boils down to this. Whether it's a simple game in a village or a high-stakes match in a roaring stadium, sports and recreation are truly the lifeblood of Pakistani culture. They build health, they build unity, and they build a powerful sense of national pride.
And so, we've seen how these basic human needs for play, for community, and for a shared identity just come alive in Pakistan. It kind of leaves us with a question for you to think about. What's your favorite way to recharge and connect with people? How does play shape your life? Thanks so much for joining us for this explainer.